you look at the Constitution, and the one weapon that the House of Representatives has in enforcing the will of the people is the budget. All spending bills must originate in the House. The House holds the funding keys. And if the House agrees not to use that weapon ever, we've unilaterally disarmed before every fight begins. And that's where we've been for the last 4 years. What we just saw happen is we saw a bunch of Republicans that were ready for a revolution in our leadership. Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, Mark Meadows from North Carolina, Trey Gowdy, a number of other new names you see cropping up of new, dynamic Republican leadership that are drawn in the lines of a Ronald Reagan, drawn in the lines of where Newt Gingrich fought back in the late 80s and 90s of saying, hey, we got to stand up and fight. You know what? When you stand up and fight, sometimes you don't win, but you stood up and you fought. And that means you're further ahead after that fight than you were the last. What came after that? We balanced the budget 4 years in a row is what came out of that fight. We fought and we fought and we fought until we won and balanced the budget and started putting in true conservative policies in the House and the Senate, and we started winning. And whenever we become true conservatives, and we have hard rock conservatives like Newt Gingrich was when he was initially Speaker, like Ronald Reagan, whenever we have true conservative values, we win. It's only when we get wishy-washy in the middle and afraid to push and afraid to fight, afraid to stand up, that's when the public rejects us. That's when the voters reject us. So what we've got to do is get back to those true conservative principles that we had. Y'all have noticed my big old ugly signs. And I got to say, my signs, I think, are better this time than they were last time, because it's just a straight big old blue sign with stone on it. Before it had my picture on it, and I think that was scaring people away. Now it's got true conservatives, and that's what this election is about. Are we going to be true conservatives, or are we going to be establishment Republicans? Are we going to be Main Street Republicans or Wall Street Republicans? There is a battle going on for the heart of the party. And I'll tell you what we need to do. We don't need to win it. We need to end it. And we need to have this party be the party of true conservatives again, in which we welcome all branches of our party back under the same roof. What Ronald Reagan said is, let's talk about the 80% of the stuff that we agree on. And if we talk about that, we won't have time to have the battles over the things we disagree on. Let's unify behind something positive. That's the second thing that's been wrong with where we've been with leadership.